Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing good. Today, I'm back with another video, and welcome back to the channel, of course. Today, we're going to shift to another field, which is literature. Many students have asked me to explain the morality play Everyman. So, here I am today. I have decided to give a short analysis, a short summary. So basically, Everyman is one of the most famous and best known examples of a medieval morality. So the play, the play occurs during the medieval times. It starts by a speaking messenger. So this messenger talks about the life and death of human beings and how transitory they can be. So when we say transitory, it means that human beings do not last forever on earth. Sooner or later, they are going to be judged for their deeds. Next, we have God as a character speaks by saying that not all creatures are worshipping him or serving him properly. He adds that humans do not care about Judgment Day nor hell or heaven, and all they do is following their desires, seeking wealth and personal pleasure. Therefore, he wanted to judge every man who represented the mankind. We need to understand two things. So, God noticed or saw that people or humans are not worshiping him properly. They stood away from religion and from the straight path. All they do is following their desires. They want to be rich and they want to please themselves, although these things are forbidden. Then God wanted to judge every man. When we say to judge every man, it means every man represents the whole mankind. Every man, of course, in the play is one person, one character, but this character represents human beings in general. Then we have God as well. God calls death his messenger. He is ordered, so God orders death to bring people in front of him to be judged and burned in hell unless they have good deeds. So the death, the messenger of God, is ordered, or he is going to bring people in front of God in order to be judged. So if a man did good in his life, he would be rewarded with heaven. If not, he would go to hell. Basic things, easy things. Then death goes to every man, so death goes to earth, and he goes to every man to tell him that he is going to be judged. His time arrived. And every man seemed not ready or even afraid. The messenger of God asks every man to bring his book of accounts where deeds are counted as good or bad. So death asks or orders every man to bring his book of counts. What do we mean by book of counts? So in this book we find all the good deeds that we have done in our life and all the bad ones as well. So every man asked death whether he could have some company of his choice during his long journey. Death accepted, but he knew that it was going to be hard to find people to do such thing. So every man didn't want to go alone to face God. He wanted to have some of his friends maybe, or maybe family, or more abstract things. Another character enters the stage, and this character is Fellowship. Fellowship represents friends, and friends so entered, and every man explained the situation, but the latter forsake him. So Fellowship abandoned every man. Another character enters, Kindred and Cousin. They represent family members. Everyman explained the situation once more, and after hearing the words of Everyman, they forsake him as well. They abandoned him as well. Later, another character, who is love of goods, arrived to the stage. And love of goods, basically, they represent coins, gold, jewelry, etc. And they told every man that they are the opposite of the love of God, so they couldn't go with him in his long journey, so they abandoned him as well. Another character, an important one, enters the stage, and this character is good deeds. And good deeds represent the good things that a man or a woman does in his life. Good deeds entered, but they were weak to walk. And knowledge, another character, enters, which is the sister of good deeds. So knowledge has shown every man confession, another character, which led to penance and another character. So confession is to confess for your bad deeds that you have done in your life. And it led to penance, and this allowed good deeds to walk. So when good deeds arrived, first time they were weak, they couldn't walk. But when knowledge entered, and every man confessed and he was penanced, this allowed good deeds to walk. So more friends entered discretion, and discretion is the ability to make your own choices in your life. And so we have another or more friends in general. We have discretion, we have strength, we have beauty, and we have the five wits. The five wits are the ability to feel the touch, to smell, to taste, to see, to hear, etc. So these friends, they decided to accompany him in his journey to the other dimension, to the other world, to face God and to be judged. So once he started dying, they began to die one by one. These friends began to die one by one. Beauty died. Strength, every man was not strong anymore. He couldn't make his own choices, and he couldn't feel the touch, and he couldn't see and accept the good deeds. They stood with him until the end. So here you go. This is a small, let's say, summary about what happened during this play, and I hope I have made things clear. And feel free to message me if you need extra information. And I tell you peace and see you next video.